A Pride of a Lion by Ron McGill and Greg Cody. Chapter 1, Quasi. Human love gets all the attention. It gets romanticized in poetry, glorified on Hallmark cards, spoken in languages infinite. But humans have no monopoly on emotion. If anything, we have it easy. We have words. Animals have words. Hold on a second. Hold the phone.
Kind of like a collection of sounds.
I'm stopping right there.
Yeah, a collection of sounds.
I feel like,
of sounds, yeah.
But like a lion talks to other lions.
Doesn't concern himself with the opinion of sheep.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I
Roy, I heard your wow like through the wall, even though your mic wasn't on.
Wow. No, my mic was on.
Wait,
actually.
can we go back to the dedication?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Wow.
Does Chris Cody make an
Oh,
appearance?
actually, we need to go back for praise for the Pride of a Lion because
Yeah.
there's
the
a
praise.
very important paragraph in here.
Okay.
Yeah. About
Ron
who?
McGill
Dave Barry?
does for animals what Mother Teresa did for humans. And as a bonus, he is a hell of a lot better at photography than she ever was. I don't know if that's fair to say. I never saw her work. McGill's legacy, care, passion, and decency are overwhelmingly enduring. He teams with another South Florida icon, Miami Herald columnist Greg Cody.
Your dad
for a
wrote that in.
heartfelt journey through his lifelong jungle adventure that delivers delights for readers of all ages. Dan Le Batard.
Aw, what a nice thing for Dan to write.
He had to put down Mother Teresa in there.
That's
That felt gratuitous.
I mean, Ron is a great person, but Mother Teresa? I mean, jeez.
Well, she sucks at photography.
She's pretty good. Yeah.
What did Dave Barry have to say? Who is Dave Barry again?
Dave Barry is a local, well, not just local. He's an author, but
Yeah,
he
he's
started
Sounds like an
he's-
ACC head coach.
He started at Miami
at the Herald.
Miami Herald.
Yeah.
So
he had like a columnist, right?
yeah, he had a comedy column.
Yeah.
He said Ron McGill is a beloved Miami treasure who has been discovered by the world. He is a real-life and very tall Dr. Dolittle, a man whose encyclopedic knowledge of animals is surpassed only by his love for them. He also happens to be a world-class nature photographer. Ron's life has been one amazing story after another, and this book, in words and pictures, capture those stories beautifully.
My dad.
Dave's better than Dan's.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dad had Dave on his podcast, and my dad was like, "Hey, Dave, I wrote a book," and Dave's like, "I know, I wrote something for you," and I was like, "Good job, Dad." Really,
I just forgot, huh?
Dave Barry, wordsmith.
we're not going to do that, right? We're not just going to read this
No,
whole
I
book,
mean,
right?
not
I mean, I was
unless
kind
they-
of
I
feeling
mean, we
it.
got nothing else to do.
Not
I
unless
mean,
they are paying us. I
What do you
think,
mean? We have a
do
lot
the
to talk
audiobook.
about.
do we?
I mean, you guys were just.
90-10 our way.
I don't even think it could be revealed what you guys were talking about before the show.
I don't mind revealing it. I don't think
three.
Jess wants it.
I don't
revealed.
know if I don't mind revealing. I don't know if Lucy wants to reveal it.
I'll reveal it. I have
She
no
seemed into
problem.
it.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
talking about hockey, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
How did
Best
it?
looking hockey players we could do.
Ooh.
I feel like we shouldn't do athletes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah.
feel like that kind of takes the
Okay.
Not objective. I guess.
We are professional, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how he got there.
Yeah.
The
started it.
I know I started
You
it,
absolutely started it.
but the thing I remember the most is Lucy being like, "Young Tom Selleck,
Such a good looking man.
that's my guy."
Oh my god.
Even
know.
old Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I'm on young
okay.
Tom Selleck like
Write your
first
name
trap
down.
TikTok. Oh my god. Don't know how I ended up there, but man, am I happy to be there. Young Tom Selleck, young Harrison Ford.
How do we feel about the mustache like in today's day and age
It's back.
It really depends for me.
on the guy?
It really depends.
On what?
On
A
how
lot of factors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because young Tom
volume,
Selleck, Tom
length.
Selleck had the full blown like bottom of the nose to like
That's a good
top
mustache.
of lip. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he had it. He had like the man stash. Like he could cut down trees with this shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, but there are other ones like the pencil thin mustache.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like Poirot. Oh,
Yeah.
this is a little curly at the end too.
John Waters.
Oh, like the hipster mustache. John Waters has the combination thin and curl, but like
no. That's Raleigh Fingers. I don't think that John Waters had a curl.
this is really old.
You don't know who Raleigh Fingers? Oh,
How do you spell it? Raleigh?
You guys don't know.
ROLLIE.
I never saw him play, but it's just.
Oh,
it's a name I
wow.
know.
That's a great mustache. His
Raleigh
name was
Fingers?
really
Oh, wow.
Raleigh Fingers and he was a pitcher?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I spelled it like Raleigh
Oh,
the
yeah.
city.
Oh my god. Okay, this is his Did you see this?
Yeah.
That's a good look.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
that was
I
like
mean,
the original.
I'm not like
handlebar.
attracted to
Yeah.
it, but it's a great mustache.
Oh, yeah.
What year is this?
Remember when that guy came in the studio and Dan was like, mustache rides, and it was like
Oh
a
my
total
God.
stranger?
Yes.
That was like last week.
Oh,
It was so
I'm trying to think
weird.
who that was with. I don't remember.
It was a reporter of ML.
yeah.
He works at the Athletic. I can't remember his name. MLS guy, I think.
That works.
It was
Chris?
awkward. Dan just can never not be awkward. It's amazing.
I have a good mustache for you. Lanny McDonald. He played for the Calgary Flames.
Lanny McDonald.
Yeah, and Toronto Maple Leafs.
Lenny.
That's not.
We'll
That's
pause
not.
now.
That's not.
We're
a
gonna
good
pause now
mustache.
while everyone Googles.
No,
that
I
name.
already got it.
It's like that. He looks like the little Lorax.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he does!
That you nailed
He
it.
does.
Yeah.
That was such a popular Halloween costume this year.
It's back. It's another thing that TikTok has just like brought back into
the movie didn't come
circulation.
out like recently, right?
No, it was years ago. I went and
what
saw
I
it in
thought.
middle school. So like,
Oh, wow.
Wow, he looks
like
a
2
lot like
whole
the
years
Lorax.
ago.
He does. That's like a perfect comparison.
It is perfect. I was at the Notre Dame Pitt game and it was Halloween weekend, and there was a woman in like a full Lorax costume with like the mustache. Was that? There was a TikTok dance thing, and they were all doing the
Yeah.
dance from the Lorax. That was yeah. Is that how it came back?
I think it was like partially the dance, and I believe the premise of the movie is they're selling something called like a thneed or a sneeze,
Yeah.
or something. And so people just started
Rings a
talking
bell.
about that thing, and the "Let It Die" sound went around. That's a great TikTok sound, but
Ron McGill, also good mustache.
Yes.
Ron McGill's a great mustache.
Welcome to Mystery Crate.
Well, the Tom Selleck thing led to another conversation about like actors who are not attractive, but you find them attractive because they had something. And there's a poster boy for this. We all know who it is. Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Adam Driver, Kylo Ren himself. I don't see what it is.
Why are you laughing at that, Roy?
Because he didn't.
That's a good.
because
That's good.
He wasn't
That's
part of the
really
original
good.
conversation,
Right.
so this is all new to him. But it was Adam Driver has this thing about him.
People
where,
who have that little something.
yeah, like
That's a good top 5 list. People
Yeah.
that have that little
that
something.
little something.
That little something.
Adam Driver's strong.
Adam Driver's got the little something.
And if you're a dish, you're disqualified.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I mean.
you have to just be a guy who's like, you have that little something.
yeah, you're kind of on the fringes of good looking.
Did I use
Right.
dish correctly?
On
Yeah,
the border.
yeah.
I just rolled with it.
Never
I'm not
said,
sure.
never used it that way before.
is
but
dish-
I know people say it.
Yeah, is Dish like the female?
Mike Ryan always
Dish
says
is
that.
good looking. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He's a dish.
Yes, you used it correctly.
Thank you,
Yes.
Roy.
Well, it's just like
You're
guys that say smoke show. So if it's just like the female smoke show, or like does
I think
anybody
a woman
just?
can a woman be a dish?
I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
She could be.
Well, she should be doing my dishes.
Yeah, that's the comment.
My Bane voice.
And what she's
That's not right.
so we
Equality.
were so I forgot who I was talking to. We were like we should do a bit where we have questionable legacy Joe Zagacki, misogynist Bane, and
Tony.
and Tony
And just
And just Tony.
and just Tony and just Tony having a
Tony
conversation.
Zagacki.
Yeah.
Or just Tony. It wasn't the joke I was trying to make,
But it was a good one.
but it made a killing in this room, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yes.
Yeah, but Jess was like, there's actually an IMDb list called Sexy Ugly Celebrities.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
IMDb?
This is
IMDb.
gonna
That
be-
feels like beneath them for some reason.
I feel like this is gonna
wait
make
till
us
we hear
feel
the
bad.
list.
No,
Yeah,
it's not gonna
that's
make you feel
true.
bad. Like I'll just run through it real
Sexy
quick.
ugly is not. I don't think that's an insult, right?
No.
Like
No.
that's
No, that's high praise.
Yeah.
Number one
that means
is
you got that something.
our boy
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Further down on the list, you have Mark Anthony.
No fanfare for that?
I was looking for the fanfare actually.
Hold on, I can find it. Hold on.
All right.
There you go. All right, Adam Driver, Mark Anthony.
Oh, here's a good one.
Ooh, Javier Bardem.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, Pete Dav-
Davis.
We've talked about Pete.
Yeah,
Davidson.
Pete Davidson. We're in on.
We were saying that
I'm out.
if Kim was still dating Pete Davidson and Kylie is dating Timothée Chalamet, that's
Timothée.
a weird Thanksgiving. That's a weird
Yeah.
dinner.
But they know each
Yeah,
other. I
they're
think.
they're friends.
They're
'cause
friends,
they
right?
do that SNL little bit together. of
Yeah.
The rappers. That's
And they-
not that.
Yeah, but the
funny.
Kardashians are also at the table. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're a fly on the wall watching that happen, like that's a weird.
Well, that fly on the wall is Hulu.
I mean, but yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But they never dated at the same time.
No.
Do we think that's how Timothée
met
met
him? Probably.
Kylie?
Yeah, that would
Well,
make sense.
They're all in the same circle because I remember there was a famous picture of Timothée Davidson, Pete Davidson, and Kid Cudi eating dinner with like Kanye. So they already all knew Kim, and like they all knew each other. That's just like weird celebrity circles will never be
I know, I
involved
feel
in.
like they all know each other.
Yeah. Also on this list is Paul Bettany.
That's
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's a weird one. That's a weird vibes.
I wasn't into him, but then he had a couple like when he played Vision, when he was talking to the Olsen sister that played Scarlet Witch, and I was like, huh, look at this guy.
Elizabeth, right?
Yeah, Elizabeth, yeah. I was like, huh, this guy, I kind of see it.
I got a good one. Steve Buscemi.
I was thinking about, that's good.
I'm not giving that
a lot of women find him attractive.
Especially with the
Really?
glasses.
There's
When he's wearing
something
the
about
glasses.
him.
There's just something about him.
Oh.
I'm not saying that I'm like, wow,
No, I mean,
I'm
why-
one of them, but he's got that something for some people.
Here's a good one. Adrian Brody.
I think he's just like a good looking.
You think he's good looking?
I thought, you know what? He looked
you know
good
what?
in
I'm
Winning
thinking
Time.
of someone else.
No, you're Pat Riley in Winning Time is
Yeah.
who that is.
Yeah, I
Adrian
know.
Brody. Okay.
I think he's like
He's just thin.
He's good looking.
He's just in.
Like that's like what is like unique about it? He's just a little like thinner. Is that like what? I don't know what you're doing there.
No, I'm just
looks like
literally,
that.
I'm just running down the list.
Okay.
It's the IMDb list. Daniel Craig is also on this list.
No, he's just an attractive guy.
He's just attractive,
And
right?
British.
Yeah.
He's like that
it's
older.
the British
plus
portion.
5,
He's
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
He's like that older, rugged British
Extra
guy.
points in
I
that.
fought in the war.
Did you see that picture of him that was going around? Like it became a meme last week where he had glasses on and he looked like a member of parliament.
No, but I'll look
It was
it
a
up.
really good meme. Waiting to use it for the right time.
If I just put like Daniel Craig glasses, will it come up?
Yeah, just.
Oh, yeah, there he is, yeah.
How about-
there you go.
There you go.
How
Took 2
about
seconds.
Roseanne John Goodman?
John Goodman, yeah.
Thank you, Roy.
Yeah. When he, you know what? When he got thinner. When he got thinner. Yeah.
It's just
okay.
John Goodman in Righteous Gemstones. I dig him.
Yeah,
I
see,
I
there's
dig
something
him.
about you.
But see, but John
Eli.
Goodman looks like a guy that if he lost weight, wouldn't look as good.
No,
He did lose
But
weight.
he did lose weight.
No,
yeah,
no, but he needs like a little fluff on him.
Wait,
a little
okay.
padding.
No, right?
Goodman with a six pack.
padding.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, because I feel like I've only seen him as a big guy. So if all of a sudden he shows up rocking a 6-pack, doing curls, slamming brews, I don't think I'd be into that.
I don't think he'll go that far, but he lost a lot of weight, like the
Yeah, he did.
second to third season of Gemstones.
Yeah. How about
I love Gemstones.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
That's a good
I don't know.
Really?
one. I'm not into it, but that's a good one.
He is a
Well,
weird.
He's got the Brit factor.
Yeah, the Brit factor.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. How that just like
It's just true. Like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying like
it's just true.
British people are better looking than non-British people. I'm just saying like they always get rated higher. They just do.
With John Oliver, then.
No, well, the buck stops somewhere.
No, people do find him very attractive. He's got like this nerd quality.
Yeah.
How about Benicio del Toro?
That's random.
I got one.
That's random?
Remy Malek.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He does have a little like.
Just something.
There's something.
Are you thinking of him like singing Queen songs?
Did
Is that
you
what?
see?
Like,
No. 'cause-
Mr. Robot.
Did you see that the
That was a
like
breakout.
Merriam-Webster word of the year is Riz?
I did see
Or was
that.
it Oxford Dictionary? I don't know.
I was
Riz?
going to ask
Dictionary.
Greg Cody if he knew what that meant.
Riz?
I was
Riz?
gonna ask
There's
Mike
no
Golick
way.
if he knew what that meant because there's also no
Do you
way.
guys know what? Roy, do you know what
I
Riz
definitely
is?
No.
do, but Roy's an idiot, so he doesn't know.
What's your guess?
Excuse me?
What is your guess for what Riz
But you know that
means?
Liv
Yeah,
rizzed
Roy.
up Baby Gronk.
Yeah.
I don't know
Tell
what
this
you're
room.
talking about.
Tell
at
this
all.
room of 3 people that know what Riz means.
Yeah,
what Riz
both of you
means.
give me your guess. Chris, I know you know.
No,
so.
no, yeah, exactly.
Mike Fuentes definitely knows.
Yeah, you
He's
know.
super
Roy,
online.
what's your guess
Yeah.
for what Riz
I don't know. The life of the party.
I mean, you're not far off.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you're not far off.
He's a South
Oh, really?
Florida guy on Twitter.
I'll give you context again.
Rizzy
Livy
Giz,
rizzed
it's a
up Baby
joke.
Gronk.
Yeah.
I'm not knocked up. If I'm
No.
listening to this correctly,
Levy did not do that to Baby Gronk.
I like this as a segment as we teach.
I'm a college
young
graduate,
shit
by
that
the
we
way,
know.
Chris.
Yeah,
to
you-
Roy.
yeah,
Chris,
Yeah, to
Chris
Roy.
definitely knows.
Yeah. I'm Riz in.
Chris, use it in a sentence for
all
Roy.
The time, yeah.
After work, I'm gonna get Riz.
I feel like you just made it
I'm
like
gonna Riz it up, baby.
not safe for work.
Let's get
You're
Rizzy.
going to live it up, huh?
Let's get Rizzy. I have no idea what it means.
No?
All right.
Tell me.
It's so Riz is charismatic.
Yeah, it's charisma. You have
Yeah.
charisma.
Oh.
So you got like a
Riz
yeah,
and
yeah.
charismatic.
I got that
Okay.
Riz.
So
I
if
should
you
have said I
have
got that
a-
Riz.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
if
you
you
could say
like
that.
have Riz,
Don't,
like you have
but you
game,
could.
you're charismatic.
Wow, we're just shortening it up.
I appreciate that.
Chris knew it the whole time.
Yeah.
So this is
It's-
really an IMDb Riz list.
It's like Topher and Christopher. Basically.
Yeah,
what it's
sure.
saying.
You mean an
Sure,
abbreviation?
whatever you say. Yeah.
Wow.
Topher, you could have gone Chris
It's
there,
weird.
too.
I type in Riz. I type in Riz.
Riz in the middle of the doggone word. I'm
If I
sorry.
pop up.
Topher's at the end.
Roy's right.
I actually pop up when you type
I'm
in
with
Riz.
Roy on that.
You pop up.
Yeah, it's weird.
Chariz Cody. Charisma.
They call me.
How
My
about?
Twitter handle.
Charisma Cody.
Can I interest you in a Cillian Murphy? Oppenheimer himself.
Maybe
I
as
agree.
Scarecrow, but not as
there you go.
Oppenheimer.
That guy's got something.
Yeah, I think
He does,
it's
yeah.
Peaky Blinders.
But then
Cillian
we're
Murphy
getting
does.
into creepy territory. He has that look. That's why
he
looks
also
like the
has
bad
that,
guy.
yeah.
I mean, but that's where we're going here. We're like, you know.
The guy who played Michael J. Fox's dad in Back to the Future.
That's
that's
specific,
Cillian
Roy.
Murphy.
Oh my
Cillian
God.
Murphy.
I
That was
said that because I
so
forgot his
specific.
name.
It's
No.
And he looks like Cillian Murphy.
Okay,
George
thoughts
McFly.
on Columbo? Because a lot
Peter
of
Falk?
people think that Peter Falk is super hot.
I can see that.
I kind of can see it too.
Especially that gruffy, the scruffy look.
He's
from, Columbo.
he's a scruffy little guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of a cute little guy. Little old
Crispin
Columbo.
Glover.
Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who's the William Dafoe.
He's just.
I think
Now we're doing bad guys.
no,
Oh,
women,
you know what?
women
But that's who these guys play.
I
like-
do. I have seen women on Twitter who think that he's hot.
This is
I
too.
have gotten on that thirst trap side of TikTok.
you know what I'm talking
Is
about?
this-
Maybe it's
Chris,
on TikTok.
Are we
Chris-
doing one list? Is bad guys in like people we cast as bad guys?
I think these guys just end up playing
No.
bad guys.
like Adam Driver. You have him number one. He kind of looks like a bad guy.
Well, he was Kylo
He
Ren.
is a bad
You
guy,
know-
right?
Yeah, it was Kylo Ren, and then he had a
I
turnaround.
totally know who Kylo Ren is, but Lucy doesn't.
Yeah. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
He's a new
He's a
Star Wars.
He's a baddie in the.
Oh, he's a baddie?
Yeah.
That might be worse than not
Ooh.
knowing Riz. for me.
Guys, to be honest.
I can see where Chris is coming from with William
Like
Dafoe
Roy.
here. Well,
Me and
Mississippi
Roy
Burning.
step on this.
Mississippi Burning. William Dafoe there. That's a good one.
How about Ed Sheeran?
No. No.
Oh, me.
I mean, he can
I'm
sing.
sorry.
Yeah.
all
that
of
was
these
my
people
natural
are
reaction.
handsome on the inside too. I think that's important to say.
Not all.
They're beautiful on the inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just googled
say
bad
that at all.
guys. Let's see if there's any carryover here. Is there any?
Because there are hot bad guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most are considered that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
How about Andy Samberg?
Yeah.
I think the funny
get it.
factor carries you on
I
that
get
one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny factor goes a long way.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, that has
But
to be
this
Pete
is a
Davidson's
different
whole thing.
thing.
Like,
No, yeah.
What does he have? He doesn't have like the Remy Malek, the Adam Driver.
But he's a
look.
type. He's
Andy Samberg?
very
Yeah, but he has like a way, like you could tell when he carries himself.
Yeah.
He's like a fun guy. Like
He
I'm
looks
always
like
here
a
to have
dude
a
with a
time.
great personality.
Yeah,
Just like Jimmy Fallon, I
But he's
guess,
also
right?
not. He's not really attractive, is what they're saying.
No, I think he's cute.
Like there's
Yeah, I
no
think he's
natural
attractive.
attraction. You know,
How about Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman.
No. Doesn't
I
do it
feel
for
like
you?
I should support
Few
you because you
years ago.
supported me on all mine. That was a good one.
Is Seth
Thank you.
Myers too attractive? Because
Seth Meyers?
Seth Myers is on my list.
Really?
I think.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's funny.
Am I thinking of the wrong? Sorry, that was.
Seth Meyers, like late night? No,
Yeah.
I'm not
Do you
with you
think
on
he's?
this one.
I think he's ugly hot.
no.
Ugly hot. Wow.
Yeah.
We need to make a
He's
definitive
got Riz,
list. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, he's got Riz. I think he's so.
Do
funny.
you watch late night shows? Have you ever watched a late night show?
I'm going to go with me
neither.
in this situation.
No, I did like when I was in high school. Weird enough, but yeah, because there was a period in time where I was like, no one's ever been funnier than Jimmy Fallon, and that phase
Wow.
That ended quickly, huh?
is long gone.
Great takes, Lucy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon.
Awesome. Yeah.
Craig Ferguson.
No.
Turd Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson. Oh, you know what? Norm Macdonald.
Okay,
No.
now we're
Well, Norm Macdonald- no.
Norm Macdonald as Alex Trebek. Wait, no, he wasn't.
No,
Alex
he
Trebek.
was
He was,
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald as Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it.
Have you ever seen the Burt Reynolds, Mark Summers, Jay Leno show appearance? It's a random thing I'm bringing up right now. It's a YouTube video. It's a great video. It's Burt Reynolds.
Oh, he was
and
so mean to
Mark
Mark
Summers.
Summers.
They end up pouring water on each other because I think Mark Summers does the thing because they're the two people on the chair, and Mark Summers like turns towards Leno, and Burt Reynolds gets offended that he turned his back to him, and so I don't know why I just brought that up. I think it's because you guys mentioned Burt Reynolds, but it's a hilarious like 5-minute clip where it ends up them pieing each other in the face.
Is it like one of these?
I like double
It's
deal, yeah.
really like uncomfortable type deals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Mark Summers is like trying to be professional, but the guy Burt Reynolds pours water on Mark Summers' lap first.
Yep.
So Mark Summers at some point grabs another water, flips it on Burt Reynolds of like, all right, now we're even, and then Burt like.
You know,
gets
good on
physical
Mark.
with him.
Good on Mark.
Yeah, it was
defend
because
yourself,
you can get intimidated there really quick.
Yes.
With, yeah.
And that's
so,
this is peak Burt Reynolds.
yeah,
too.
yeah. Obviously, like no, but that was when he was doing like Family Double Dare and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really old reference.
When we were talking in the kitchen earlier while we were waiting
eating area,
to
yeah.
do a mystery crate, Lucy said something that I had a revelation because you know how like the TikTok and Twitter algorithms, like if people that you follow are into a certain thing, like it'll show you that kind of thing, especially Twitter now, like the Twitter For You page is like all over the place for me. Like it's giving me stuff that I'm just like, I don't know how this ended up here, but surely I must follow some account that's like really into this. I found out that specifically one thing is because of Lucy, and it's not Iowa football. It is the Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah.
For the last like 6 months, I have been getting just like inundated with Hunger Games related tweets.
You're
and
welcome.
I know that a Hunger Games movie just came out, but like I read the books when I was in high school or middle school or whatever, but I haven't really like thought about it since. And I found out when we were talking about, because she said she liked Josh Hutcherson when she was little. It was one of her celebrity crushes because he played PETA in Hunger Games.
Team PETA for life.
I found out that I think because I've been hanging out with Lucy so much that my Twitter algorithm thinks that I'm a huge Hunger Games fan now too. And I'm not.
That was my entire personality for about 3 years, was just the Hunger Games.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
I mean, I liked it too, and I loved the books, but then the movies, like, I never got that into the movies.
Yeah, I read all the books and I was like, this is great. And then I saw the first movie and I was like, I'm never going to be the same. I'm never gonna, when PETA painted his face, which I'm sorry if I'm spoiling the Hunger Games for you. He painted.
Go right ahead.
It's only been like 15 years. Yeah.
Oh, you're missing out. He painted.
When did the
his
first
face.
Hunger Games movie?
I was in middle. Okay, so I was in
Like-
middle school. This was a very appropriate obsession for my age.
No, I'm not saying it
Yeah.
wasn't.
My
You're
sister
not
was really into the
spoiling it.
Beatles at the time, and that was really weird.
The first Hunger Games was in 2012.
Yeah, I
so
was
it's
in
11 years old.
Yeah,
now.
I was in middle school, and
I was
I
already
left
working on the
that
show.
movie theater changed forever.
Where it's
and
like, I was 65 years old working at the docks.
Yeah, is that? Well,
Grizzled
no.
old man.
Eventually, I faded out of it, but then like a year ago,
remember
they
that
put
night.
it on Netflix, and I watched it all again in like one day, and I was like, it's still the best thing ever.
I think I only saw the first one because that was
Missing
like
out.
that was like when Jennifer Lawrence was like the thing.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that
yeah,
was
she
like
was huge.
her at a
J-Lo.
prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mean she had a resurgence, but I remember this was like her. I might have saw Catching Fire. Maybe not.
They switched directors after the first one, and it
That was
all
it.
like went
All came
down.
tumbling
Yes,
down.
I remember that. There was a lot of controversy about the movies, and specifically, I think the last one, like something happened.
Yeah,
with
it was really weird.
And then there was a spin-off with like Allegiant was like a spin-off series, I think. And those movies, like, well, I think the last one like totally bombed. And then it was like a long time before this most recent Hunger
Yeah.
Games finally like got.
There's one out now. I haven't seen it. I'll need to take a day off when I see that. So just
What is the? But I haven't they already made movies for all the books?
It's the prequel, so it's like the story.
like how everything
Yeah,
came to be.
it's like the story of how the evil president came to be.
I saw a tweet that was like in the Hunger Games world, like all the other countries are like just doing their thing, and the U.S. has like devolved into like this like weird dystopian Hunger Games thing, and like all the districts like send like their tributes and whatever, but like Italy's just over there just like watching. And I was like, is that true? Like,
I remember.
You got all that,
the
Chris?
world building seems so weird.
I remember when I first saw this movie, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be some like teeny bop movie where all these kids are doing stuff they should
No, it's
never do."
scary.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, "They're putting the children
That's
to kill each
really
other
messed up.
for a prize."
It's
Yeah, I'm
so
like, "That is
scary.
The
pretty
Lord of the
fucked."
Flies
Yeah.
situation.
I think
pretty
that was
fucked.
why I stopped
Yeah.
liking Hunger Games, because in the last book, spoiler alert, like actually I don't even remember the specifics of it to
I
spoil
know,
it.
don't worry.
But like I think one of the
Don't
main
worry.
characters like blows up or something.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
And then I was like,
explodes,
wow, this is really
The guy
scary.
who was in love with Katniss, there were two of them. He sets off a bomb and kills her little sister.
Oh, that was it.
And
yeah.
you were like, oh man,
I
that's
was like-
probably not the way to win her heart.
What was the name? What was the name?
Katniss was the
Katniss
the
Aber-
main girl.
Katniss
her
Aberdeen.
sister's name was Primrose.
Primrose,
And then the boy
Prim.
who had a crush on her, not PETA. We all
Yeah.
know we're Team PETA here. Gale. He set off a
Gale.
bomb
Gale.
that looked like a teddy bear, and it killed her sister. And then he was like, "Wait, you don't want to date me now?" And she was like, "No, my sister's dead."
That's pretty narcissistic.
Guess how tall Judge Hutcherson is.
He's like 5'7". He's short.
5'4".
Roy was closer without going over 5'5".
Wow.
What were you
Dun,
screenshotting?
dun, dun, dun.
I'm 5'4", so it would work.
Jeremy.
Don't worry.
Dressed up as whatever he was dressed up as.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Marshmallow.
The Stay Puft
Jeremy just
Marshmallow
posted
Man.
a video from the Bally studio. Like now he's doing like college, high
Being
school football
serious?
stuff. He's like, hey, it's Jeremy. I want to quote tweet it.
Hey, it's Jeremy.
Hey, it's Jeremy.
Hey, it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow
picture and
Man.
just put 1 hour ago.
I'm gonna send you a GIF that you can use for that.
I think that's what I
Perfect.
screenshot it from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Hunger Games ended up being too scary for me. And also I was like an adult, I think, when the last
Yeah.
one came out, and I was like, this is too much.
So a guy
It was so
exploded. And that
Oh,
was it.
lots
they
of
blew
there,
up the
lots of people
sister.
died. Lots
Yeah.
of people got murdered.
Like-
lots of people were sacrifices, and I loved it as a 13-year-old.
So-
let me
Yeah.
tell you.
So Chris, like
Yeah.
she had that movie series. Did you have like a movie or a show that you saw growing up that like you kind of
Austin Powers.
That kind of
my
like
God.
defined you and
I
you're into
loved
that.
Austin
But why?
Powers when I was a little
Why
kid, too.
do I feel that's exactly what you were gonna say? That seems like that's
Well, it's
so
just
on
the
brand.
first thing that popped into my head of like a series of movies that I was really into.
That you were
growing
into?
up.
Wait, Chris, I have to ask you this because this was true for me. Like, I saw Austin Powers. I was probably way too young to be allowed to watch it, but I watched them anyways.
Who throws a shoe?
Honestly,
I watched Austin Powers before I watched anything that it was parodying. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't.
same.
I watched Goldmember before I watched Goldfinger, and like something in my brain, like I've never been able
in a
to.
clip.
Like, I appreciate
peeling.
Austin Powers, but it's so much funnier if you actually have like I would
If you have the
assume,
reference, yeah.
If you've watched like an actual spy movie and then watched Austin
Oh, I did not have. Even I'm older than you, and I was just watching them. Like I knew that it was kind of like a 007 spoof, but I
Yeah.
was never watching 007
Well,
before that.
if you kind of get the spy film genre,
Right.
they have all the tropes in there. Yeah, but well, like and that he's ugly as hell, but he has sex with all these attractive women.
Yeah.
Like that's another big thing. But
I was
Hot
all-
Shots. Like
Hot
they did that
Shots.
with Top Gun.
part two, part
Oh, part two, but
scary
Rainbow,
movies because I watched like Scary
I was
Movie
into
3
too.
and then I was like I've never seen The Ring to this day, so I don't really
right.
or Signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched.
That
I
was
was
like
into
the
those
main, that
movies
was like
as well.
that was the punchline of the movie was like the end of Signs, I feel like.
Mm.
And I just didn't get that, but I still thought it was funny because I was like 8.
Yeah. Roy, did you have any of those like movies that just?
Yeah, the action movies, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, stuff like that. That's pretty much it.
I also feel like that's on brand for you.
Of course.
My generation obviously was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, it's like Harry Potter time right now. It's winter time.
also Harry Potter time. Okay.
It's winter time.
That Taylor Swift Time Person of the Year article that came out a couple days ago, I've seen her getting made fun of because she made a joke about like, well, I don't know if it was a joke, but she said something about like Horcruxes and like referenced a bunch of like Harry Potter / like random fantasy genre things that I didn't understand. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Like I love Lord of the Rings, and she said something about Gandalf, and I read it like 4 times, and I still don't know what it meant. But now she's being kind of roasted by people that don't like her, because there's this big, like, oh, she's the embodiment of millennial cringe, which, yeah, she is a millennial, and she's very like popular.
Cringe.
So. Thank you, Roy.
You're welcome.
I didn't say it. I didn't say. I like Taylor Swift, but I'm not like a huge. We've talked about this before. I'm not.
No, she's just tall and lanky, but she's very talented.
Okay,
That's all.
Good luck.
Oh, what are they going to do to me?
Good luck, Roy.
You don't
but
wanna find
anyways,
out.
We'll never see Roy again.
Two
as
Americas.
our resident Gen Zer, how do you feel about the millennial cringe-ification of millennials?
So I'm spend a lot of time on TikTok, more than I should, and it's pretty much my entire feed. I've realized is propaganda to get me to hate millennials. It'll be like a video that's like, "Oh, you wear skinny jeans? You don't deserve rights. You shouldn't be allowed to like be out in public if you got skinny
Millennials aren't the ones saying that.
No,
No,
I'm
Gen
not
Z.
saying
I
that.
was about to
Gen
say.
Z
Okay.
is saying it
I was
about
born in
millennials.
84.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
They'll
Okay.
like people will get. There's like this one girl who's getting a lot of heat right now, and she deserves it. But she like went off of millennials because they tucked their shirt into the into their pants.
It's like a French tuck. Yeah.
I was like,
love
I do that.
Like
We're
Michael
taking our eye
Wilbon.
off the ball.
And so-
boomers, guys, it's boomers.
Michael Wilbon's the one tucking his Cubs jersey into his pants. All right.
The boomers are pitting Gen Z and millennials against
They're
each other.
dividing
and
us to destroy us.
Yes!
That's
And
what it
it's
is.
literally
And Gen X is
working.
laughing.
It's working because I literally had to sit back because I saw the video of the girl who was like legitimately like, you should not be allowed outside of your house if you wear skinny jeans. And I was like, I think this might be a little too much.
It's a little harsh.
And then
yeah.
I've realized, wow, I judge the hell out of millennials, and I don't want to do that anymore. And so I try not to. I didn't want to make fun of Taylor Swift's stupid tweet that she sent that was very millennial of like, wow, you're Time Person of the Year. Me, can I bring my cat? Okay, hilarious. Ha,
What?
so funny.
That's what she wrote.
Yeah.
That's fucking lame. I gotta
I
say,
know,
like,
it was
that's
so
lame as
cringe.
shit.
Resident Boomer chimes in.
I'm a millennial. Okay, I'm right at the front end.
Can I bring my cat? Okay. It was like the same, like when I start to see the humor that's like a mustache drawn on your finger and you're like, I'm like,
God, that was so.
that was a rough.
Wait, Lucy, I sent this to you a few months ago. It was like pineapples are to millennials what mushrooms are to Gen Z. Like, remember when like everything had a pineapple or like a mustache on it, or
Yeah.
it was like keep calm and carry on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now
Yeah.
Gen Z is just like everything's checkered or it has mushrooms on it.
Can confirm I have quite a bit of checkered stuff, and I have like this cute 2 mushroom necklaces that are very cute. I didn't realize the checker thing until Jess sent it to me, and I was like, fuck, I gotta get rid of everything I own. I have to get rid of everything I own. But there are definitely some like millennial trends out there. Like why... The weird thing of like there was that phase where everyone was like avocados are just the most important thing in the world.
That was a big millennial.
And
Avocado
bacon.
toast. Yeah.
Bacon again.
Bacon was
like,
a thing.
Can I have bacon on that? And it was just like that's the funniest thing ever been done. And I'm like, oh my god. But I guess
bacon's still delicious.
But I think about like the stuff that I find really funny now. That like sometimes I'll show videos to people here, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a gap between the Gen Z humor. Not that anyone's better, but like the thing I can't get over right now is there's a Walmart employee who resigned, and it was just a really beautiful resignation.
Oh, that was the funniest shit
and
I've ever seen.
I'm obsessed with it. And Jess found it really funny, but I remember showing a meme and he's like, okay. I was like, okay. I thought that was the funniest video ever.
Oh, Gail.
My father-in-law calls avocados nature's mayo.
Yeah, that's true.
Put that on a tea towel. Sell it at Home Goods.
Yeah, tattoo that on your neck. Yeah.
Put it in
that
the
will kill it at a TJ Maxx. It really will.
The bridesmaid font. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
I
know a girl from my high school has made a killing just like making like calligraphy bridesmaid font stuff. Wow. She's opened up a whole business.
Why can't I make a killing doing something like that?
Live in the South, man.
Headline. A financial analyst on CNBC implied that legalized sports betting could be the blame for young men not getting married, not dating, and not having sex.
Transition.
I can assure you that is not the reason.
Yeah, that's not the case.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely just because they hate women.
That's not it. Sports betting, like the least of their problems.
Yeah.
Maybe they should do more of it. Except if they play for Iowa.
Yeah.
You guys knock it off.
I really want you guys to get a fun offensive coordinator.
We're not.
I know you're not, but like I just like I don't understand your coach where he's
Ryan
just
Grubb.
like
I don't either, man.
we got to stick with the tight ends. Is it because of who you guys have recruited that it's like we can't switch? We don't have the personnel to switch to like this Miami Dolphins motion crazy offense.
No, that's absolutely true. Like Iowa could not survive like a transition to something like the air raid. Like it would. I honestly think the state would like collapse within itself. And I don't need Iowa to change everything. I just need Iowa to get better at the things they do. Because when Iowa does like their sort of style of football and they do it well, like the way the defense is phenomenal, they can win games. And then Kirk was like, no, I have an idea. I should spend more time with my kids. Yeah. And then ruined everything.
As a rookie Iowa fan this year, I enjoyed it because I took the under every game.
Yeah.
So I have to like, it was a great experience for me.
It'll stick.
Yeah.
And you're happily married with a kid.
Yeah, that's true. Not for long though. After all this gambling.
Well, proven CNBC's
bankruptcy.
Thanks to Lucy, I've actually had my best gambling year, football season of my life.
Wow.
Aww.
In that I haven't lost a ton.
That's really
just
beautiful.
a little bit.
I've only lost a little.
No, I've actually gotten money a few times.
So you're up.
I've been pretty good. I've only had like 1 or 2 bad weeks.
Yeah. I've had like one atrocious week, and everything else has been, and like we said earlier in the week on the main show, down like 1 unit, no problem. Yeah.
I won a bet last night.
Roy's this like $10 17 parlay that pays $9,000.
Oh, I love that though. That's the way I would do it.
By the way, I made a 13 leg parlay that might net me $1.5 million.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Not gonna hit.
Not gonna hit.
Not gonna hit though.
But there's always hope.
4 legs though.
No, there's always hope. There's always hope. No, it was Panthers and Heat to win. $50.
Man,
that's what you won yesterday.
Yep.
Or whenever this is airing.
Yep. Whenever this is airing.
Yeah. Our partners at DraftKings.
Yep.
And on the DraftKings network.
Thank you.
Really?
There you go.
I have something I need to get off my chest.
Ooh, go for it.
I've had a,
Is it about
a
Adam
commercial
Driver?
jingle. No. I've had a commercial jingle stuck in my head for a week, and basically it's just been replaying again and again, but I don't know the words other than T-Mobile.
Oh,
it's
that's
the
the
one
Zach
with,
Braff and
Zach
Donald
Braff, yeah.
It's so annoying, and I can't stop.
I have home internet from T-Mobile.
Yes, that's it. Oh, it's
Donald
killing me.
Faison. Yeah.
Those are Roy's friends, legitimately.
I was on the podcast, Faked Out As Real Friends, one time.
What's your favorite Scrubs episode?
My musical. And I hate musicals, but my musical was my favorite.
I was a Scrubs fan growing up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't.
What?
I couldn't get into it.
Do you guys want to feel kind of old?
You don't know what Scrubs is?
No, I know what Scrubs is, but we had to watch it in school.
We watched Scrubs in school too.
It was like but it was part of like a history.
That makes me
unit.
feel
Ours was like a.
What the hell?
I forget what class it was actually. It was like in 7th or 8th grade.
We took like in high school. I had to take it was a great class. So you just watch TV all the time.
History.
But it
of
was like
the
Western
medical system.
humanities, and half the class was Greek mythology, and the other half was like we're gonna watch TV shows. So we had to watch TV shows from different decades decades, and Scrubs was our 90s show, and we watched it.
Wow.
Scrubs wasn't from the 90s.
Scrubs wasn't from the
No,
90s.
it was early 2000s.
Or 2000s, whatever. It's all
I watched
the
that
same.
show first run.
I saw a teacher post that one of their students was like, "Hey, can I cite the source? It's from 1998. Is that too old?" And the teacher was like, "What?"
That's how old I am.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not an old source.
Oh, so you're not really a Gen Zer then?
No, I am. I'm technically
She's on
Gen
the
Z.
cusp.
I don't even know what I am.
I'm like I think it
You're a
starts at like
millennial.
96.
I mean, I can give you
the
the Wikipedia definition.
Lucy's like, "Ew, millennials."
When have you ever seen me wear skinny jeans, Roy?
Yeah, it says.
Here's the thing about generations. They're made up. Although
are
there are
made up.
They
differences
sure are.
in like technology that I think do change like how you are raised. However,
I can't pick my generation.
any generation that's like, "Oh my God, the generation before us is so old and stupid." Guess what? It's gonna happen to you.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
watch what you say.
It's true.
Because I don't know what the generation
But-
after Gen Z is, but
What's
they're
my
gonna roast
daughter
the
gonna
shit
be?
out of Gen Z.
She's a Generation Alpha.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Gen
But-
Alf.
Gen
Yeah.
Alpha.
This is just a means of just sorting us into like
Yeah.
compartments.
Groups,
That's
yeah.
all it is.
But
Right.
to be
To
fair,
divide
like
us.
Trying to hold us down.
Boomers.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
I see what you're doing.
I used to work with this guy who he was born in like the early 70s, but he related really well to kids that were like born in the 90s and 80s. And I always said it was so weird how like my dad, who was born in the 50s, and him have like zero
Nothing in
in common, but then him had a lot in common with like 90s and early 2000s kids. And I was like, so there's like a huge gap.
I think there
in
is
between the two
I
things,
think
yeah.
technology specifically,
I think
like
that's what it
the
is.
like huge technological advances, like cell phone internet.
yeah.
They have like really accelerated and changed certain things about like how you grow up, but not enough that like people are really that different.
Yeah, yeah, of
I
course.
do think some of it is like, a
But
little
it's just crazy.
exaggerated.
Like my dad was born in 1955, and then this guy was born in like 75, and they couldn't talk to each other or hang out at all. But he could hang out with somebody who was born in 95, and I guess since he had like, like you said, rap music and access to information just like the other person did, it was a lot easier for them to hang out compared to my dad, who was like, I can barely fucking type.
I like millennials. Most of my friends are millennials.
You are one.
No, I'm not.
No, she's
It's
not.
okay. It's
you
okay
can
to
tell
be
she
old.
doesn't like
Not.
millennials that much based
Yeah,
off
she
of
hates-
her
she
reaction
hates
to
skinny
being
jeans,
called a
yeah.
millennial.
I do not like skinny jeans, and I do not like the mustache finger.
That was never my thing either, but I did
I think
love
I'm wearing
skinny jeans
right now. I
at
don't
one
even know
point.
what skinny jeans are.
You mean skinny
These are
jeans like
regular cut
skin
jeans,
tight?
Elmer.
Yeah, like skin tight
Yeah.
jeans, which I
Okay,
loved
sound
in high school.
What are my jeans?
Skinny jeans with
Those
ballet
are like-
flats.
Those
Lucy.
are like straight.
Those are like straight leg.
Those are straight. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing the same
Got
type of
very
pants.
insecure.
Yeah.
and
Like,
you
oh,
look
no.
great in them, by the way.
Yeah, those are good jeans.
I think these pants started out as straight, and now they're skinny because I've gotten fatter. So
Yeah.
yeah, because these
Yeah.
are like really tight around my thigh. I mean, I got some hams for thighs. Let me tell you. But
See those bad boys.
You want to see
Stand
them? Check it out. Check it out. The camera's perfect.
Do you
right here.
squat? Deadlift?
Do I? Yeah. But look how
Oh,
tight.
you
Yeah,
Captain
those look
Morgan?
Like, those look like straight jeans.
But look how tight these are. Look at this.
This is what McAfee does
up.
every
There's
day.
not a lot of
Yeah.
space there.
Yeah, all you need is a
Right?
football.
Look at this.
Oh, you got
All right,
football
sit
right
down
here.
now.
If I
This
sit
is-
down the wrong
yeah,
way.
I'd sit. Yeah.
That right here.
Clap
Look
like
at that. Check it
this.
out. Let me get the football.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Look at that. Check this out.
Talk about the Steelers.
How about let's bring on the old ball coach, huh?
Let's go. How about these fans? Oh, we can't do that now. Journalism.
Roy,
Coach
what's on
Saban.
your shirt?
This is Ralph. Ralph is a Muppet. He
Cool.
plays the piano in
I
the
know
Muppet
Ralph.
Band, and during the Muppet
Oh,
Show.
The
yeah.
Muppet Band.
Yeah, yeah. So he plays the piano.
Another thing I made my entire personality in middle school was the Muppets version of Bohemian Rhapsody. I just remember, I think that was more elementary
You're a
school.
big Muppet guy, aren't you?
I wasn't a huge one, and then I saw that video, and I was like, these guys are old.
You and
This is
Charlotte would
awesome.
bond over that.
I loved that
Charlotte
video
loves
and
the
watched it
Muppets.
all the time. The Muppet movie, pretty solid.
I liked Muppet
yeah,
Treasure
yeah.
Island a lot.
I really didn't get like that into the Muppets, but I liked
Great
that one
Muppet
video
Caper.
quite a bit.
Treasure Island, for some reason, I just loved. I liked pirate themed things a lot when I was younger. For some reason, Orlando Bloom was a name that came up.
The
when we were in
Muppets Take
kitchen.
Manhattan.
I thought that was more of like a Lord of the Rings thing for you.
It was Pirates of the Caribbean and Lord of the
That-
Rings.
that was his
Actually,
era, yeah.
I don't think Legolas is the long blonde hair and the dark eyebrows. Like that look on Orlando Bloom didn't work for me. But the character,
No,
he
his-
was a pretty elf.
No, his look of the greasy
Yeah, his
curly
look in
hair,
Pirates,
with the
phenomenal.
thin mustache. I was like, bro, you're
I had
pulling
an
off.
I Love Orlando T-shirt and an I Love Orlando purse that I wore on a field trip to Navy Pier, and everyone was like, "Wow, you're really weird." And
Did
I
they
was like,
think
"Yeah."
it was Orlando, Florida?
I was gonna say
or-
that sounds like
okay.
tourist wear.
They did think
Yeah.
it was Orlando, Florida. It wasn't. It was Orlando Bloom.
That's when I knew that Wynwood was done as a spot I wanted to hang out.
Why?
Because I was driving down Northeast 2nd, and then all of a sudden I looked to the right. There's this huge store that's like blowout sale, and it had like Miami Beach, Florida shirt, like tie dye,
like
and
a tchotchke
exactly,
shop,
and like a bunch of shot glasses and keychains. I'm like, oh, this place is done.
Yeah,
you know, so.
That's like Little Italy now in Manhattan. There's like a ton of still Italian restaurants, but then there's like 1,000 of those little shops, like little smoke shops, and then like those like it's like I love New York.
Yeah, trying to sell you like Little Italy.
Get
crap.
out of my way, motherfucker! T-shirt.
Yeah, you fucking fuck shirt from The Sopranos.
Yes. Oh my god, that shirt is all
everywhere.
over Little Italy.
Yeah, and every like 45-year-old dad is like, oh look, honey, it's hilarious, right? You get it?
Is that Hell's Kitchen?
No, Little Italy, the one street that's left.
It's downtown.
Yeah.
It's Mulberry Street
in Manhattan.
Yeah. I used to live there.
Oh, so you lived like in nice New York, like.
I lived in a bunch of different parts of New York. Yeah.
Every time I go, so Juliana used to live in Park Slope, and that was my first like real taste of New York. And I was like, yo, this shit's badass. I could live here. And then I remember walking down the street and there was a brownstone for sale, and I saw how much it was, and I'm like, I will never live here.
Park
it was
Slope's
impossible.
very nice.
The only reason her parents lived there was because her dad was a super of a building, so they lived in the basement for free.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was like prime real estate.
The basements of those buildings freak me out because I always think like what I would do if I came home and there was a rat like in the bottom level, like down the stairs, and it was just running around in circles and it couldn't get out.
Yeah,
like what would I would just stay in a hotel. Like where do you?
Yeah.
I would just get in a cab and go straight to the airport and fly somewhere else. Like I couldn't handle.
Sorry,
it.
sir, you got to burn the house down.
I couldn't handle it. Like I couldn't handle being on the first floor,
rat
like
is the owner
basement
now.
level, and there's a rat
he owns the
at
place.
window level. Like I couldn't do it.
Do you guys see that a popular seltzer company? I don't know why I'm like not saying the name, worried about sponsorships.
Yeah, and you
I
should.
don't blame you. We get.
There's a
in trouble
seltzer,
sometimes.
like I would say the most popular seltzer company has a non-alcoholic seltzer now. So it's just
sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You into it? Black cherry, no alcohol.
No.
I got interviewed for the wall because
I mean, you didn't say.
tweeted about liking much.
But you didn't say anything. But first of all, you were worried about talking about it. But you didn't say anything bad. You just announced they had a thing.
No, I know, but you never know if another seltzer company is about to sign a deal with us. Like, I'm open for business.
I mean,
where's my camera? Here we go.
Our current sponsor probably does have a seltzer brand.
Miller Lite
Actually,
seltzer.
they do it. I think it's Topo Chico, but
Anyway,
you're right though. It's basically you're just selling LaCroix.
I think you need to bleep out what I just said.
I will.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have that power. And I always said, it'd be crazy. One day we should do Mystery Crate live just to see how it goes.
No.
could.
Yeah. Well, that's why we don't.
We would probably need to actually come in with topics. I think.
Well, we had a topic brewing.
I mean,
I
not
just
that we
wanna-
don't already do
Today
that,
has
but
just been topic filled.
Well,
Mark
first of all,
Anthony.
so let's do some show notes real fast. Now that you said that,
Shotes.
I think we abandoned Chris reading way too fast.
Yeah, let's get back
That
to
was number one.
it
I
wasn't
don't want to
number
get back to it, but that was number one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And
you don't
then-
want to get back to it?
That's one show note.
I mean, we can go back to it whenever. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah. Okay.
The seltzer thing, probably not the best.
That's So you have other notes before that?
Yeah, well, that's just the most recent one.
oh.
So you have two notes.
I did like the conversation about stuff that molded us when we were kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. I thought the Austin Powers thing was really
I
funny.
feel like this could just be an email to us after the show.
It really
Yeah.
Or you could just talk to us.
could. That's true. I could just talk to you.
Yeah.
But the
Roy,
thing
what
is,
molded you when you were a
PowerPoint?
kid?
Sports.
he said action movies before. He said action movies
Did you
before.
have like
Oh,
a
that's true. You did tell us.
hyperfixation?
A hyperfixation? No,
I had
I did
a
not.
ton of. I'm a hyperfixation girly, so I had a ton as a
Dude,
kid.
same.
I feel like that's another
I still
Gen Z
am.
thing where like you guys pick at something and you're hyper into it for like 6 months and then you like quit.
I like
That's my
Twilight.
entire life.
I had a hard yo-yo phase.
Really?
Oh yeah. Where like I made my mom, I'm pretty sure, spend like $90 on a yo-yo. That was
Wow.
like
No
It was like it was like the
way.
Raider, I think. I forget names. At
The
one point, I
Raider.
knew all the names.
And you were doing like the
You
tricks
could
with
like
it.
walk the
Yeah.
dog. We're rocking.
Yeah,
the
you
crate.
spin,
I
yeah, you
could,
spin
like,
on the
Well,
ground.
it's called sleep, right? When it stays down.
I don't know.
I don't
What
know.
was the point of yo-yos or slinkies? if
Show
we're
off
being
your
honest?
skills.
To do exactly what he was doing.
There was
Yeah.
just a lot of
Hyperfixation.
I'm walking the
dumbass-
dog. I'm doing.
I remember
all of a
walking
sudden
the
it's
dog.
rocking a cradle.
I remember walking the dog. You throw it in front of you and it like kind of just keeps skipping.
And then you can fold the things to make a cradle. I remember
yeah,
the cradle
triangle
one.
and the thing
Yeah.
goes back and forth in the thing.
commercials.
Yeah.
I
It
was
was a
really.
red
I
one.
did a ton of origami. That was like a thing that I was obsessed with for like a year. I just made paper cranes like all the time.
Do you remember the?
Like, why? I don't know.
Do you remember the Skip It?
That's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Skip It.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I remember that
It's hard
commercial.
times for yo-yos right now.
Oh, really?
This Raider, which I'm pretty sure like was the cream, like was the top one, is $22 right now.
Wow,
on
but it
eBay.
was 90 when you were.
I
mean,
don't
with
remember, but I just remember my mom being like, really?
If it had kept
Like,
up with inflation, like that would be like $1,000.
I had to go to like a special store, like where it was like the baseball card store, where like remember those things? Like
hobby
you guys
store.
probably don't
Yeah.
remember.
The hobby
It was
store.
just, like
Hobby store.
you'd walk into a
Comic
place and it would
books.
just be a bunch of baseball cards, like a Jeff Bagwell rookie, $48. This one, and, it was
Red
just- and
Sox?
they had yo-yos over here.
Yeah. No, the hobby shop. Like
There's like a designer version of that in Wynwood, like a
like big time
baseball
hobbies.
card. No,
oh,
just cards.
yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
It's right down the street from Zach's,
Cards have made a
Yes.
comeback. I wouldn't
They
be
did
surprised
make
to
a
see
huge
shops
comeback,
like that
yeah.
pop up.
which is funny because I have like so many unopened packages, but they're
Dude,
all from the 80s when they were
Lehman
making a
during
ton
COVID.
of cards. Oh, that was his thing.
Yeah.
Did he get
loves
shit graded?
cards. I don't know.
Because like that's the thing. My dad, remember we did the bit on the show where my
Yeah.
dad found that he has a handful of like
Oh,
legitimately
that was
cards.
right before I started. I remember listening to the episode where you were in the garage.
Yeah,
Going through.
but
the
you have to
cards.
pay
To get them
like
graded.
to
yeah.
get them graded. Like it's gonna cost hundreds of dollars.
Costs more than the card.
Which now did everyone go up to Greg's house for that? Okay.
No.
Because
It
I
was
feel
just
like
me.
now that I work here, like I can't picture like multiple people going to Broward.
I think it was
to
just
do
me, a
bit.
camera person, and
Who was a camera person?
that's a good question.
Witty.
It might have been.
I was telling Lucy earlier, I was like, I remember listening
Wasn't me.
to the Dan, John Skipper 4-part South Beach sessions, and you did a thing, you did
Oh,
like
yeah.
a bit where you were like,
How's this?
what
It was
should I
it's
ask
the
John
inspiration.
Skipper?
It was like where I interviewed John.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That went well actually. I gotta listen back to that. It might
How's
be
that
shitty.
going?
I feel like you would be a decent interviewer if
Oh,
you put
man,
time
that's
into
a
it.
good idea.
Because I remember when I first started working here, you're like the first person that came up to me and sat down with me and like asked me questions about my life and stuff. And I was like, okay. I was
hear
thinking,
that? I'm
so
pretty
Chris
awesome.
Cody's not just an oaf in the back that they make fun of and call him Nepo baby or anything
Of course
like that.
he's not.
No, I know, but I
mean,
didn't know him at the time. Like I knew, you know.
But everyone knows that's a joke, right?
Yeah, I
mean-
Chris is a nice guy.
And he works
He's
hard.
a good dude.
and my dad didn't get me this job.
And his dad's not Greg Cody.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm his dad.
Everyone.
You actually wrote that book.
I mean,
Baby.
Greg didn't really name you in his dedication.
I know. What the heck?
He said 2 sons, but he didn't say
Yeah.
Chris and your
Michael.
brother. Michael.
I think he said. I think my mom got mad at him. Did he say there was
no,
one thing?
Arlene is in here.
There was one thing he did. It might not be the one in the book. It might have been something for the Herald where he did reference my brother and I, but then he just said his like my mom was mad at him for something.
It
where-
says, to my wife, Arlene, who has given me laughter, loyalty, and love, 2 wonderful sons, and a life full of gratitude.
All right, so then you did get a
that's
mention.
nice. Yeah, made the
Okay.
cut.
I feel like your mom gets mad at your dad often.
normal.
Normal marriage.
Normal
stuff.
marriage stuff.
Yeah.
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 I don't know anything about that.
I do. I do.
Never will either.
I do.
I mean,
What?
You have a lovely girlfriend. I mean, geez.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Doesn't mean I want to get married.
Sounds like they broke up.
Nah.
Sounds like she doesn't listen to the show.
She's around her crazy ass.
You did have a +1 for highlight the last few times, and then you showed up solo.
Okay, so I actually talked to her about that. I go, these guys are gonna start thinking I'm like by myself because you never come. Like,
Well, it's not. My wife never comes either, but I don't tell you she's coming, and then not.
well, because now we have this whole rule about plus
Yeah.
ones. Before it was a free for all. We just
Yeah.
roll up like 30 heads deep.
Yeah,
and-
why is there a role now?
Yeah.
Because El
They just
Duque
changed
started
it.
showing up?
They just changed it because of the layout, and they don't want it overcrowded.
Fire code.
No, I don't think it was that.
Oh.
I think but you know what's funny is like, but like they put like limits on us. Not that I want to talk shit or anything, but they put limits on us.
Nah,
We
go ahead,
always
talk
come with
shit.
a squad.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like the other side will have like 3 heads. It's like Levon Hernandez and 2 guys.
It's one of those things where
It's true. It's just like that every
we do what
time.
we want. Like there
we
is
do do what we
technically a limit, but if I email the guy like, "Hey, we
that
got
makes me
Yeah.
feel. That makes me feel good.
yeah, what?
Yeah.
That like you know,
Yeah.
like we're
No.
good supporters.
We
Yeah.
always have the crowd. Always.
we like me, you, and Mike, and
yeah.
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 I mean, some people don't watch the game as much when they're there.
Yeah. Well, who?
No, busy drinking.
No, not Jess.
Oh.
I'm talking
Oh
about.
please! I got free bets on those games. I'm watching very.
Yeah, Chris is ready to fight the other players. So
No,
he's-
no.
You know who does
he's
it?
talking about me.
Gracelyn,
Yeah.
Mia.
Grayson's having her own time when she's there.
They're not paying attention
lot.
at all. Get focused, Juliet. How about some focus here? Respect the players.
We're in the playoffs. All right, come on.
So what do we got coming around the network?
Mike
one's
Fuentes, what do you got?
No one's excited about anything.
no.
I know Lucy's going to Army Navy.
I am going to Army Navy.
Correct.
I'm very excited for that.
I really do think you should. We talked earlier in the week. You should about your dad needing a gift from you. I think off-roading shirt. I don't even know if we're making those. We should be.
We could make it.
But you should just make one for your dad.
It is so tough to get him gifts.
Is he like super proud of you? Like insanely proud of you?
He should be.
Yes and no. I think he wishes I would talk about his divorce less.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Right?
You know, personal life and everything.
Shouldn't have gotten divorced if you don't want me to talk about it, you know? That's on you.
Yeah.
You didn't make it work.
What was her name? We're supposed to hate her.
You haven't really spilled the tea on what happened. You're just like divorced.
On my parents?
She did say that she hated
they didn't
her.
love each other, Chris.
Well, when
they
a boy
fell
loves
out
a
of
girl,
love.
yeah.
They fell out of love.
I don't think they were ever in love.
Okay,
But
well, they made something.
I'll bleep that out.
Yeah, good job. Get married. Get married, there, Mike.
They did make something lovely.
Thank you. But yeah, so I don't know what to get him because even like he like loves Iowa and stuff. And every time I'm like, ooh, okay, I'll get him this. Like I usually run it by him, and he's like, I would never use that. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, another sweatshirt? I already have all the sweatshirts. I was like, you don't have all of them.
That's the thing. Like, how many times can you, like, my dad was a Gator guy, right? Like, how many times can I gift him a University of Florida, whatever?
We have so many.
That's what I'm saying. Like, after a while, it just gets given away in a box.
We like the limit for my dad and Notre Dame stuff does not exist.
Yeah, we rotate through teams. So it's like, okay, this is a Braves Christmas. This is a Cowboys Christmas. This is an Iowa Christmas. And then we're just like, now we've run out of everything because he owns every single thing, and he like likes the Grateful Dead. He already owns all the Grateful Dead stuff. There's nothing you can get him. So
get him an experience. I love when people say that, and I'm like, okay, name one.
Even when I get him an experience, he's like, I wouldn't have picked these seats. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little much, Dad.
Nah.
And he's just like, and we don't mean this in a mean way to my dad. He's the best. We love him.
Yeah, we love
That's why we get him gifts.
We sure do.
But sometimes,
This is why he's not that proud of you, though, because you said all
because I say all this stuff on air.
Yeah.
We're about to find
10%
out if
less.
he listens to Mystery Girls.
Yeah.
We're about to find out.
Check out Cinephile. They've never heard of Sebastian Maniscalco, but he's on with Adnan. Also, Omar J. Dorsey was with Sebastian.
We have a name for the hockey show now.
Oh, wait, you had a name.
thought you had a
liked
name.
it.
No, we have two things. We have the post game show
There's after the game with Roy sometimes.
Yeah. But
Love
the
that
name
one.
of the actual hockey show is the hockey show.
Oh, I like it.
Thank you.
Right
Thank
to
you.
the
Why
point.
couldn't we just do that?
The hockey show
for our
sometimes?
show?
Yeah,
No,
like,
just
The
not.
just
college
hockey show.
football show.
But you guys have a new name now, right?
We do have a new
We
name.
do.
Mike Fuentes. Credit to you.
We're
Came
not
up with
saying
the
it
name.
yet.
We're not
but-
saying what it is.
Okay.
It was
but
a
we
good
went
name.
That's
with
fine.
your. And you know what? Tie into today's theme of the show. Kind of. On Mystery Crate.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, you're
did.
right, yeah. If I,
Adam
me,
Driver.
Me assuming,
That's the name of
that's
the
the name of the
That's
show.
the name of the
It's
show.
a Hunger
Ugly
Games
but hot.
play.
Adam Driver with
ugly-
Jessica
ugly-
and Lucy.
Riz.
Ugly
Rated
dog.
R.
Games.
Yeah, Riz. The Riz. Ooh, the Riz with Lucy and Jessica.
When I hear Riz, I just think of Rizzo from Greece.
Oh, yeah. Like the 33-year-old senior in high school.
That was wild.
Dude, I can't believe that.
42-year-old senior in high school.
Watch Golic and Smetty and listen to it. Do both.
Bye.
Roy?
By the way, Montgomery and Company, last episode of the season, and Because Miami.
I think
Anything else?
he wanted the okay goodbye.
No, I
did,
had to
but-
get the other stuff that I have to do as well.
That's true. He didn't. He talked, but he only did the hockey show. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
So give it to me
Anything
now.
else?
Give it to me
Anything
now.
else?
Give it to me now.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
I got you.